Hey guys, sorry it's been a little bit since I've made my last video. I don't want to sound too morbid when I say this, but I've been kind of thinking lately about what would happen to my animals if I could not be here. Not necessarily that I would die, but what if I had to go to the hospital or something for an extended period of time, and maybe my husband was also not around to care for our animals. So I've been doing some things around the house and around the farm to prepare for that type of situation, and I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. Everyone say hi to Teddy. Hi, Teddy. So one of the first things I did is I went to Walmart and I bought a bunch of these little blackboards and also a few of those whiteboards that you see there. And I wrote down all of the medications and the supplements that my two dogs and my cat are on. This, I think, is really important because you want this written down ahead of time. Like, you don't want to be going somewhere in a rush because you have an emergency and then stop and try to write down all of the supplements that your animals are on. You can see Teddy is on a lot of stuff, and I need to have this written down well in advance because there's a good chance if I'm frazzled, I'll probably forget it. And I know I'm a little insane with my stuff, but trust me, everything has a purpose, and I will not take him off anything. He's been on this stuff for years, and I swear by it. So that is Teddy's chalkboard. Gus is a much younger dog and gets way less stuff. Sylvester isn't a senior cat, but he doesn't get near as much either as Teddy, so that's his stuff there. And all of their supplements and medications are kept in one place, right here in the middle of the kitchen on our countertop, very easy to find. So I think that's important too, is make sure that your medications and supplements are in a place that they're easily accessible. Now I'm in my feed/laundry room area, and you can see I've done the same thing for both of the horses. Both Ernie and Peach have a cute little chalkboard with all of their supplements written down, and all of their supplements are in one place, so everything's easy to find. And I even went as far as to make sure that like everything is labeled as to what it is, because sometimes with feed bags, some things aren't labeled. Obviously this is one that was just like a blank bag, so I want to make sure I wrote down what that was. And all of their pellets and their mineral balancer, that kind of stuff is here. So more like feed things are here, supplement stuff is here. So everything is in one place. Diego, Diego, Diego. Love you. Hello. We are now in the hay shed, and I'm going to show you my little board here. I did the same thing that I did inside for the dogs and the cat. I have everything written down hay-wise that the horses and the goats are to be fed. So here's my board. Everything's written down. I get 2 different types of hay, and I mean, you guys can see exactly how I do it. I'm very detailed on how I want my hay fed. I feel it's important. And also at the very bottom of the board, I'm not going to show it, but I have the 2 farmers that I buy my hay from. I have their names and their phone numbers listed there, just in case by some chance that I didn't have hay and they needed to get some for the animals. So that's also written down at the bottom of the board. So I still have to do a chalkboard or a whiteboard or whatever for my goats, the tortoises, and also my chickens. So I'll be working on that in the next few days. But I thought that you guys would really like to see what I've been doing, because I think it's a really good idea. I think that we need to think about these kinds of things because I have a lot of animals, and I really would hope that if something happened to me, that the person coming to care for them would be able to do so just like me, so that their routine isn't really interrupted. And that leads me to my next point, which is make sure that you have a designated person to come and care for your animals. and have that person come out to your home, spend some time with them, show them where your supplements are, show them how you feed your animals, how much you feed, like where do you put the food bowl, like those things are important, especially in my case, because Teddy, my senior Pekingese, is obviously a senior, and he can't hear very well, if at all sometimes anymore, and he's very dependent on his routine. His routine really keeps him calm. When I do something different, I can tell it stresses him out. So it's really important to me to make sure that he's taken care of in the same way that I would be. So in my instance, I have a person coming that I trust to care for the animals in the house. So the dogs, the cat, and the tortoises. And then I have another person coming to care for the farm animals. So in my case, I have horses, so I wanted to make sure that the person coming to care for my horses is a horse person who understands horses. I would not let someone feed my horses who did not have experience with horses, just because Ernie can be a little turd sometimes. So just keep that in mind too, who you're picking to come and care for your animals. Make sure that they have at least some experience in whatever animal they're looking after. So the other person will come care for my farm animals, and I've spent time with her. I've showed her exactly where all my food is, where the supplements are, how much they get, how I feed them. Like, I'm very particular with how I feed my animals. So Ernie must be fed first, Peach is second, then the goats. Like, all of that stuff matters because it reduces the fighting around feed time and things like that. One final point for you guys is in addition to like your food and supplements and stuff, make sure that, and I guess this is obvious, but I'm going to say it anyways, make sure that you have your vet's name written down and their phone number, and just any like emergency information that they might need to know. And also, I know this because we have had experience with this. We've had a disabled dog who used a wheelchair. So if that's you, I think it would be really important to make sure that whoever is coming to care for your animals knows how to put your dog in the wheelchair. So little things like that too are also really important to consider when you're having someone come over to. So little things like that I think are also very important to consider. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Just a few things I've been working on around here that I feel it's important. And I'm here to spread the good word for the animal babies. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.